on the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Nevada's offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. There he goes! That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. Nevada going quickly. They'll go back to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. From the gun, give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is a tough one, a 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Looking for room. It's Callum.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. He's past the 30. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Nevada going quickly.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball.
Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires it incomplete. The Wolfpack with a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Trying play action. Looking to scramble.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Callow. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd down play from the gun. Makes the catch. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Huskies are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Nevada going quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Off play action. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Callum. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Strowman. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The give on the option. Turning it on! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached a break. Northern Illinois holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Strowman. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Power football with the run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. And the hallelujah man. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll send the back in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Nevada going quickly. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Nevada will be forced to punt. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All by himself. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Nevada going quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. On the move, it's Callow. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here comes the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete to the right. They'll immediately call timeout.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Fires to the big fella. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It's complete. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, saves the precious seconds, but now they have to decide if they can make this long field goal or if they want to take another shot downfield. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like you've got a great scene there today in DeKalb. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Nevada going quickly. They'll run it. It's Lee. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll leave it with him. Got room to work. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to him again. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cotton. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Nevada going quickly. On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Nevada will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Devin.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row.
Breaks into the open. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Working that left side now. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off play action on first down. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Nevada, after throwing it in reverse, has a lot of work to do on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ivory. Turning it on. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Nevada comes to the line facing third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ivory. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that fourth down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
To the air on second down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It is perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
From the gun, the running back has it. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. And the Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. It's first and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab deep. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Strowman. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. On the option. He'll toss it. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Northern Illinois will line up with a first and goal. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on third and goal from the 1. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And here's the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
The Wolfpack now has its work cut out on second and long. Looking for a crease. It's Lee. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Wolfpack trying to dig deep into the playbook on this third and very long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off and another empty drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Huskies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw on third. Quickly complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.